Okay, first, how many of us know this theme or where it's from?
So,
Show of hands. Okay. How many of us know the composer? Exactly. The composer of this work, his name is Koji Kondo, a Japanese video game composer who is very well known for his works in the Legend of Zelda theme and his most famous, the Ground theme. As a musician, I've been playing pieces from the Renaissance all the way to the modern era on about 8 different instruments for about 5 years now. I actually search for a composer and give him praise for his work. When you hear music from your favorite movie or video game, you get a picture of those things, along with your favorite part, etc. But hardly ever do you hear someone mention a composer that basically shaped their childhood. Creating a soundtrack is a long, important process in creating the next blockbuster film or shelf-filling video game. Today, I will talk about major players in the video game and movie industries. Next, I will talk about how a soundtrack is important to a movie or video game. And then I will describe when a composer normally comes into the process of creating a movie or video game. First, I want to talk about 4 of the greatest. John Williams and Hans Zimmer in movies, and Nobuo Uematsu and Koji Kondo in video games. You all know John Williams pretty well. Been haunting nightmares for a while. Yes, John Williams at 83 has been creating movie scores for the classics for about half a century now. He's very well known for his Star Wars track, which, its album, selling over 4 million copies, is the most non-pop album in recording history. He's also known for, you geeks out there, Harry Potter theme, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, and E.T., and also Superman. Next, Hans Zimmer, who is very well known for his Academy Award winning The Lion King. Hans Zimmer, who is also known for Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, and Batman in his most current work, Interstellar. He's scored for more than over 150 movies, and his most current work, Interstellar, being very well known for his emotionally attracting work, has already broken an IMAX theater. Now moving into video games, I'd like to move into the John Williams of video games, Nobuo Uematsu, who's very well known in America and Japan for his Final Fantasy series. With talent like John Williams, you'd think he'd go into a more popular scene. But in an interview with Time Europe 2001, he stated that if he had been creating popular music in Japan, that he wouldn't have a chance to hear from fans all over the world. Finally, the man, Koji Kondo, who is very well known for working with Nintendo's largest franchises, Mario and Legend of Zelda. Being hired at Nintendo in 1984, only 2 years later had created 2 of the most known video game themes in history. These 4 men have all made music that many of you can recognize. Many of the classics music have been scored by these 4. And while many can name the movie, very few can name the man. Why do these catchy tunes matter anyway? That brings me to my next point. In movies and video games, well, music is what feelings sound like. Actors and characters can't always bring all the emotion that music can. Director Chris Nolan on Interstellar and Batman, which have been known to have musical parts that have drowned out dialogue, wants his audience to know that his music and visual are just as important as his dialogue. And then remembrance. A bad soundtrack won't make or break a video game. However, it will determine how long it lasts in history. Jaws, 75. Star Wars, 77. Mario, 85. Zelda, 86. Lion King, 94. I was born in 99 and I know about all of these. Without music and film or video games, it'd be kind of boring. That zoom into a new scene or the movie or video game with only sound effects, those guns and beeps, with no lead and their catchy tunes, people would quickly lose interest. Good, bad, or no music means the difference between sitting on a shelf or clearing it for years. So just what goes into the composer's making these? In movies, composers normally won't come in until towards the end of the production. They need music for pretty much every scene in the movie, whether their music is going to last 15 seconds or 10 minutes. In games, they will know about a production beforehand, but normally won't start thinking about it until after they played a prototype. Koji Kondo, in an interview with IGN 2007, stated that after he talks with developers that he normally starts getting his ideas outside of the workplace. Strange places like just walking around his house, sleeping, or even in the bathtub. Uematsu stated that he gets his just walking around nature with his dog, which is really reflected in his beautiful works. Music composition for film and video games are just as similar as they are different. While start times and place for music is different, both share two important people to please, the director and the audience. In conclusion, soundtrack making is a known unknown art. The process is too important to be forgotten. Long nights conspiring, composing are pretty much how these men have made childhoods. All of you recognize this too, yes? They've been part of pop culture for a long time, and the memorable themes have passed through generations. That's not easy to find in the corporate world, someone who cares about music. After doing research for this project, I know that is no longer true. For many people care, a lot of them just don't know how much.
Okay, guys, how do you feel like she did? What do you think?
Great visuals and sound match. I love your background, by the way. It really does sound good.
Okay.
It's really smart how you did the different songs. You didn't just have one song playing the whole time. You made sure that we knew who each song was. This wasn't play rambling.
It was very strong, like you were very prepared and like you knew exactly what you were talking about the entire time.
Great transitions going from one to the other.
Okay. What could she have worked on?
I think you were talking a little fast for yourself.
Yeah.
You were kind of getting out of breath, you know.